Hey guys!
Alright guys, we're here to check out the latest video from the boys in Frosttide. The name of the song is We Will Be Gone. And a little bird, a little blue jay bird. You went beep, 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 beep. Did you like that, or is that a little bit too much? Was that too graphic? Did I go too far?
No, I can envision the bird.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
Came on my shoulder, and I don't mean that from a sexual way. He just actually landed on my shoulder.
That'd be quite rude.
It would be quite rude. I mean, maybe it would be a compliment. I mean, it means that I turned him on. But now we're getting into bestiality.
Yeah.
And now this is going down a path that I don't want to partake in such walk.
Yeah.
In such nature walk. I don't want to partake in such nature walk. So anyways, a bird told me that our two faces are going to show up in this brand new video from Frosttide. It better be true.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I'll be a little bit disappointed.
I'm gonna be. I know all the guys in the band because we got to hang out with them. We went to the sauna.
Yeah.
With these guys when we were in Finland.
I think that's how you connect your friendship, is going to a sauna with someone.
Definitely. Once you've done sauna with somebody,
you're friends for life.
Exactly. I don't think there's any other way. That's how you solve all your problems.
Yeah.
You bond at a different level. The bond is just.
You may go into a sauna mad, but you come out relaxed and happy.
Oh, definitely. You know how much I miss sauna?
Oh.
All right.
I think this is the first thing we do after we get out of the airport when we go to Finland.
You know what they should do? If there's I don't know if there's a national airline in Finland, but if there is, they should have saunas on the plane.
Yeah.
That's what they should do. But somebody get on it. Get it done. Get her done.
Get her done.
Get her done. I'm still waiting for a company to contact us to install a sauna in our backyard. Come on, people. Somebody in Finland works in a sauna place. Give me a shout.
Please.
Come on. We can mention your name on every single video that features a Finnish band.
We can do one video a week in the sauna.
100%. Exactly. With our titty bits all covered.
Exactly.
So we don't get age restricted. All right. On that note, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this. For as much fun as this is and this looks, we gotta cut it short. All right. So, what did you think of this new track from Frosttide? Before we talk about the track, did you see yourself?
Yeah.
All right.
I saw myself twice.
Yeah, I saw myself twice as well. It looked badass, actually.
It did look badass. You know, when we recorded that, it didn't look that badass. But...
when we recorded that in our living room, it looked absolutely horrible. So kudos to them for the artistry to turn some shitty ass videos into some.
We have to find like the smallest
music.
space of a white background, and it was the hardest thing to do because we have no white walls.
You know, I this is really impressive. 3 years ago, when we started this channel of ours, if somebody told me you guys are going to be in a music video, I would be like, whatever, dude. Whatever. I don't know what you're smoking, but whatever it is, it's some good shit because, like, whatever. If somebody also told me that I was going to be in a track, actually singing in a track, I would even think it was even further away from possibility. So, in 3 years that we've had this channel, just imagine the people that we've met, like the guys from Frosttide, the people that we've met, all the friends that we've made in the music business, labels, promoters, bands, everybody, all the people that watch our videos, comment on our videos every day. I feel like I know them. I know their name because I see their names all the time posting comments. So I feel like they're our friends and family, like extended friends, because I see their... Man, the things that we've been able to achieve, and all of it thanks to you guys watching at home. It's not just us. If it wasn't for you guys watching at home, none of this would have been possible. So, incredibly grateful for all of you for giving us the opportunity to have been able to do the things we've been able to do and continue to do. Like, incredible. I just want to say that.
I got so happy when I saw myself. I was like, look at that guy.
Yeah, that guy could get some chicks.
I know.
You know, now you
it was only the neck up. That's why I'm like, oh, that guy can get some chicks.
It's the fat man selfie. If you look
it's only the neck up. Yeah.
Whenever you see selfies from bigger ladies, I'm trying to be politically correct here.
Yeah.
Bigger ladies, if you notice, the angles are always like just from the neck up. You never see from the neck down.
It's same with the husky gentleman.
Yeah, that's
how you do it.
That's the best angle.
Yeah.
Even me, either I take a selfie just of my face, or I take a selfie like my dick is holding the phone. So that way you look slimmer because it's from down coming up. So
you also look very ugly because you're looking down.
No, but I look like I'm still looking up, so it looks like you're not holding it. You know what I mean? It looks like I said, it looks like your dick is taking a selfie. So I find that those are the best. But anyways, enough of all of that. Let's talk about the track. We haven't done a video from Frosttide in a very long time.
Yeah.
They have a new album coming out next year on Out of Line Music. This label is finding all the gems, all the bands in Finland that have a huge margin of progression. Think about it. Yeah. Bringnir is with Out of Line Music. Blood Red Hourglass. More Subita. These guys. These bands that... I Am Your God. Balance Breach. I mean, like, seriously, like any band that's like showing up into the radar or coming into the radar, these guys are snatching them up.
And the thing is, all these bands, there's nowhere to go but up.
But that's what I said, there's a huge margin of progression.
Yeah.
So, they have a new album coming out in the new year, 2021. This is the first single. This is the first taste. Paul has joined the band permanently as the guitar player. Before they had some guys kind of filling in and whatever. Now they have like a full-on roster, like complete roster. Not session players anymore, like a complete roster. So that adds a little bit of strength on the guitar side. He's the one that did the video as well. So shout out to him. Incredible job on the video. But what did you think of the song?
I mean, if this is the first taste for the new album, then I'm really, really excited. Because I think my love for this band blossomed when we saw them live on that first day.
Oh, at Dark River Festival.
Yeah. Because I like these guys. I was a fan when we went in.
Didn't they throw a guitar pick and it hit you in the eye or something? Yeah, we still have it.
We still have it.
I
like these guys. I love them. And then when we went to go see them live, it was like a whole new experience. You know, we're on home turf, and it was just an amazing show. I think that's what really blossomed my love for these guys.
One of the things that I have to say, not necessarily in this song, I always felt like they're kind of a band that merges a little bit of Norther. I always feel like this is a band that has a huge Norther influence in them, in their sound and how they approach their tracks. There's also a little bit of Winter Sun in there.
Yeah.
So they have this Finnish touch to them. Brimir is another band that kind of falls into that arena. The main difference that I find is that they actually have a keyboard player.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a huge deal. I'm not saying it's a deal breaker if you don't have one, but I always knock.
It's one of my pet peeves.
It's one of my pet peeves. I always give Yannis Papadopoulos a huge hard time, like real hard. I always bust his balls over the fact that they use tons of amounts of keyboards and they don't have a keyboard player.
If you're going to use that much keyboard, you should have a keyboard player.
I also bust the balls of the guys in F&M'er, and then after I did that, they announced that they were looking for a keyboard player, so I think it was me busting their balls. Like, you guys are great, but if you're going to pump that many keyboards into your music, you better get a keyboard player. Like, come on.
Hey, you're just improving bands at this point.
So, I should consult.
Exactly.
I should do consulting. So, one of the things about these guys that, to me, gives them a different level of credibility as far as their overall sound is concerned is that what you're listening to, you're going to listen to it live, not on a backing track. No, you're going to listen to it live with somebody playing the keyboards in front of you.
Yeah.
So the orchestration, the keyboards is all done by an actual musician who's in the band.
Exactly, especially the parts where it's just the keyboard. Like those parts where the keyboard really shined out in the forefront. And if that's just a backing track, then it doesn't feel the same way. Then your eyes
fake.
Because if it's a live setting, your eyes switch to the keyboard player. But if there's no keyboard player, where are your eyes going to switch?
And it's not a knock on the bands that don't have one. But this is my personal opinion. If you're going to use a lot of keyboards in your music, and if you're going to use a lot of orchestration in your music, and that's a huge part of your overall soundscape, you need to have a keyboard player. You need to. It gives a sense of credibility to your overall sound, and then when you see them live and you see the dude playing the keyboard, it's like, come on. It would be like Nightwish without a keyboard player playing backing tracks. It's just not the same thing. It's just not the same thing. So this track, it surprised me. I was not expecting the track to be as symphonically driven as it is. This is almost like symphonic death metal, really pushing into the symphonic side. Because the orchestration and the keyboards on this song, they're the drivers of the track.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the guitars are not heavy and the drums don't have a presence, but this is a song that's really pushed by the sound of the keyboards and the overall orchestration. It's a very cinematic sounding song. You know what I mean? Heavy as hell, very melodic, and most of the heaviness is really coming from the vocals. But I like the track. It surprised me. Not that we've done videos from them before, we've listened to their music, we've seen them live. I'm not saying that they don't have songs that have a cinematic aspect to it. I felt that this track had more of it. It went a little bit beyond what I was expecting. I was expecting it to have the keyboards, to have the orchestration, but kind of allowing them to come in and out of the song. This was a very cinematic, bombastic, over-the-top track that has those elements pushing the overall sound to the forefront, driving the song forward. And then you have the guitars, the drums, and the heavy vocals, the harsh vocals, kind of like, packing, everybody's packed into that car.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Imagine the song as a car, everybody's packed in there. But the keyboards and the orchestration are behind the steering wheel, pushing the song forward. At least to me, I felt that way. What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
I do.
And it's a song that has a lot of presence. It has a lot of volume. It just makes me wonder what the rest of the album is going to be. Now,
That gets me excited.
It gets me really excited because the construction of this song, the way the song is put together from a construction perspective, the way you have the arrangements coming in, the way the guitars sound, the vocals, the other band members with the backing vocals, I thought that worked really well in the track. It added to that whole cinematic without adding a fake choir.
No, you made
in the
your
background.
own choir.
You kind of made your own mini choir. I really, really like that. Once again, it gives a sense of reality, of being real, of not being manufactured. The sound is not being manufactured for the listener. So what you're gonna hear in the studio is what you're gonna hear when you see the band perform live. So to me, all of these
elements, you don't lose anything.
No, and live they're a band that has a big sound, big presence. We've saw them live, and the venue was not the greatest, but they have a big sound, they have a big presence. But I felt that on this track, they've gone a step further. They're pushing the boundaries of what they can do. The song feels bigger, better constructed. This is one of the best tracks I've heard from them. From top to bottom, it doesn't get boring. It doesn't get repetitive. It feels big. It feels like it's actually getting bigger as it progresses. It's getting bigger and bigger. Like I said, very cinematic, very over the top, melodic, heavy when it needs to be. Not using backing vocals for the choirs, using the band members to add those vocals there, to add presence, to make it a little bit more. To add a little bit more volume to the way the vocals are coming across. So everything about this track I really enjoy. Makes me wonder what the whole album is going to sound like. But having said that, I hope they don't go this way across the whole record.
No.
Because then you have a problem. Because then you can't tell the forest from the trees.
Exactly.
So you kind of need ups and downs.
If there's one more song like this, then...
Depends. If the album has 10 tracks and 4 of the songs have this big feel to it, that's fine.
Because the other 6 will be different.
The other ones will drop down a little bit.
But you have to make sure to place them.
You have to balance them out properly on the tracking list. But it's a concern. These guys to me have a ton of talent. They can do a lot of great things. I just hope that this is not going to be the prototype of how everything else on the album is going to sound. Because like I said, then the issue is
repetitive.
And you can't see the forest from the trees. One more thing I want to say before we go is that I don't want to throw any bands under the bus, but a lot of bands that do this style of approach, this symphonic death metal style of approach, because to me it's symphonic death metal. It's not, there's melody there, but this is going into a different.
You're using a lot of symphony. And
exactly. So
stuff like that.
I hope the album is balanced and you have symphonic death metal mixed in with melodic death metal, a little bit of those two worlds kind of coming together. But some bands that do this genre, this style, sometimes they lose themselves within the album. And what I mean by that is they get so caught up on the whole big atmosphere, the whole big cinematic thing, that the albums become very hard to digest. Like you listen to the album, you're enjoying the album, but by the time you get to the end, you do one of these and you press stop and you walk away from it. You'll come back to it, but not right away. So you have to be able to create an album that keeps the listener engaged.
And wanting more.
And wanting more at the end. The whole point is wanting more, not feeling so full like you can't eat anymore. There's a fine line.
Yeah.
One more thing, I promise the last thing. One more thing that I always have as a pet peeve of bands that have this approach or that try to go this way is in the mix, sometimes the vocals are underneath the whole orchestration, the keyboards. The symphonic element is so predominant, is so forceful.
It pushes everything to the back.
And you could barely hear the vocals.
Yeah.
I've heard so many albums of really good bands that I really like that have that problem. And to me, that's a huge issue. It wasn't the issue in this song. Because the vocals were heavy, the vocals were harsh, and when the vocals were there, you could hear them. They were in the forefront. So that's something to keep in mind when you're doing your final mix, when you're putting everything together, making sure that those vocals are not falling behind. Because the orchestration is so overpowering sometimes that the vocals become a mist. Become a mist in the song. And that's okay in one track, two tracks.
That's okay if you're trying to do that also.
Depends on the atmosphere that you're trying to create. But if you do that across 10 tracks on a 10-track album...
I don't think it was meant to be.
You lose me.
Yeah.
At that point, you lose me. Because then, like, what am I here? To listen to a symphony? Like, then it's almost an instrumental album with the vocals. I can barely hear them. You know what I mean? So, something to keep in mind was not the case on this video. I felt like it was perfect from that perspective. All right. On that note, I think we're done. Man, we've gone on for a very long time with this video.
It was cool to see us, though.
It was really cool. All right. That was really cool. I'm glad the guys asked us to do it and had the patience to wait it for us to send them the videos.
Yeah.
I delayed it a little bit because we had a hard time finding the right place. All right. On that note, guys, thank you for watching. Come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. See you guys.
See ya.